Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have a new mod to do onto my Evo 10. So come over to the little table here. You can see I've got some new carbon fiber paddle shifter extensions. So I'll turn the light on so you can see it a bit better. So yeah, as you can see, really nice quality. So these ones are made by redlineshift.com.au or Redline Shift. You can check them out on their website. They are $140 Australian and they will ship internationally. So 140 Australian is going to convert down to far cheaper if you're in the US. So obviously these are going to work for the Evo 10 MR, Rally Art, Evo 10 SE or any Evo Rally Art that has the SST transmission. So yeah, really nice piece. Actually come with red plus and minus symbols. I've actually painted them blue to sort of suit my interior theme. But going to be fitting these up today. Now, if you guys have been watching for a while, you may know I used to have a set of Shift Concepts paddle extenders. Thought I would try these out because they look a little bit nicer quality. So the back of the paddle shifter is really what you're feeling when you're driving and using them. So the Shift Concepts ones were pretty good, but on the back and the edges, they weren't really well finished. So a little bit rough to grab. Mine weren't too bad, I'll be honest. But some of the other ones I've seen which use this design, which is like screws, like a two-piece, they kind of threw me off because this is where you're touching. If you're feeling like a big screw or a plate that isn't flush, that's what you're sort of grabbing onto, doesn't really feel the best. So what I like about these is, yes, they're two-piece, so you screw them on, but everything's actually flush mounted, so you don't actually feel that screw. So yeah, really well designed, good quality, and yeah, we have some instructions. So QR code you can scan, all the instructions are on their website to download, but you're going to basically pull them apart. So you got the screws, we're going to be pulling those off. But yeah, before we do that, just thought I'd show you guys the difference between the OEM and these. So let's jump into the car. You can probably see as well why I've gone with the blue onto the paddles. I've got like the blue in the digital dash, blue stitching on the shift boot and the handbrake. So even blue Lancer Evolution down there. So here is the Redline. Here is the OEM, so you can see at the top. Actually, I'll slide it on. Let's see. So that's kind of how it will sit. You can see you get quite a bit extra at the top to grab onto. And you can see at the bottom, yeah, quite a bit extra at the bottom as well. So pretty solid. And if you have carbon fiber stuff, such as my Carbon Customs steering wheel, or any, I don't know, carbon shifters or anything like that, it's going to match in pretty well. So even if you just have this piece, the more sort of carbon you add, the better it's going to flow, in my mind anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this installed. So some slip on like that, but these ones are going to be a little bit more tricky because we do have these screws at the back. So we're going to pull this apart, sit it together, and then we're just going to have to try and reach back and put the screws in. So I won't really be able to film too much of that. It's going to be quite awkward to do with two hands as it is, let alone with one hand holding the camera. But let's just get a start on it. So firstly, I just really like the quality of this. It definitely matches the carbon on my steering wheel better. It's a lot more gloss looking than the Shift Concepts ones were. So yeah, I will have a link in the description to these, as well as I'll chuck the website up on the screen now, but link in the description, link in a pinned comment at the top. Australian owned and manufactured. So yeah, always good to support Australian companies. And again, as I like to say, still, it's 2022, these cars were stopped making in 2015, and people are still coming out with brands, with products to modify these. So still a platform that is going strong. So I always appreciate that when there's people investing into this platform that we all love so much. But yeah, all that said, let's go ahead and get these onto the car. Okay, so as you can see, I have taken the screws out and they're actually pretty solid. So even with the screws out, they do kind of click in. Sorry, really hard to do. I'm looking at the camera, not the item itself. But yeah, so they actually, once they're in, kind of clicks in and holds it in all right. So I think installing won't be too bad because it's not like it just falls apart. So yeah, there we go. So that's the inside of the back. Let's get the light going again, I guess, probably a bit better. That's the inside of the front. So one other thing they recommend to do, grab some tape, and they want you to just put a little bit of tape on the back at the top and bottom of the stock paddle. So my tape isn't the best job. I guess that's going to make it sit a little bit more flush. So yeah, then we'll jump into the car and we will put it together using the little supplied Allen key. Put the screws in. So it'll be obviously reaching around the back. And there is a certain order in which they want you to do the screws up. So it's going to be, just get to the directions. So screw 1, this one here, second one right next to it, number 3 up here, and the 4th one, very top, and then 5th one, the very bottom. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, let's jump in and put this thing in, see how it goes. So yeah, I think I'll just put the camera down while I do it because it's going to be super awkward. So I'll pick the camera back up once I have one in and show you guys how it looks. So we've got the first one on. As you can see, I don't know if the light's probably too much. Quite a bit taller and quite a bit longer at the bottom as well compared to, can you see the silver one? Yep, there we go. So yeah, larger paddle, it feels super solid. So I've done the screws up in the back pretty tight. Now it's a pretty tricky thing to install, I'll be honest, being the 2 pieces. So I thought for this one I'll try and show you guys somewhat. So yeah, obviously as you can see, that's the inside of the front. So it's obviously shaped to have the paddle, the original one, sort of click into it. So if you put that on, well, this is really awkward to do with one hand. So that you should be able to get on and it'll stay there. Then you'll grab the back piece. So it'll have this little part that juts out. That's the bottom. So then we'll bring that over, and this is, to be honest, the tricky part where I may need 2 hands. So what you want to do is slide the, really hard to show, slide the back in, or the bottom part in at the back. So if you get that, and make sure it's actually on right so the paddle isn't sticking out. So yeah, that wasn't on properly. So then yeah, if you get the bottom piece, you slide the bottom in at the back, and the top, it obviously doesn't just slide on, but you have to sort of slide this part in and then click in at the top. So I'm actually really struggling to do this with one hand, I think. Okay, so with 2 hands it actually took like 1 second. So that is clicked in. It's holding itself in place. Haven't put any screws in yet. I've got the screws here. So then just basically find one of the screw holes with your finger and then just put the screw in and do a couple little turns to hold it. So that's what I've been doing. I put all 5 in, so I know there's one at the top and one at the bottom. I'm just sort of placing them into the hole, not tightening them at all. Again, doing these things backwards one-handed isn't the easiest. So yeah, we get the top and the bottom. You know, we've got one in the middle. So there's two here. So we'll get those two either side. Those are the first ones that we actually use to tighten. So yeah, rather than just doing this over and over again, I'll do this rest of the thing off camera. And then we just grab the Allen key. So we'd have first one, second one, third one in about the middle, fourth one at the top that we tighten, and then the last one down the bottom. And alright guys, so I've actually got them both installed now. So they are really nice. I know I've got a little light going on here, but just when I turn it off it's too dark. So you can see they match the carbon in the steering wheel really well. They're super long, so I mean, let's be honest, 99% of the time I'm driving with both hands like that, including the other hand over here. You can easily reach the stock paddles. But when you're steering, taking a corner, your wheel's going to be turned. You may end up here. You want to hit the top of the wheel, the top of the paddle with one finger? You can. Doesn't feel flimsy at all. Definitely recommend putting that masking tape or that bit of tape on the backside, because I actually didn't do it, sorry, on the first one because I was just having a bit of trouble fitting them. And I can feel a little bit of movement. I can see why that tape needs to be there, so I'm actually going to have to fix that one up. But this one, for example, where I did put the tape, look at that, one finger, the very top of it, solid. There is no movement at all. So yeah, you've got that extra bit to shift. They feel really nice at the back. My concern with them was feeling screws or feeling something janky at the back with your hands. Not the case at all. They're nice and smooth and solid. So I mean, yeah, I'll be honest, I've had quite a few companies or brands or whatever reach out and want to send me stuff for me to film and recommend to you guys on the channel, and I not generally say no, but I've said no to quite a few things. If it's not something I want in the car or would actually use myself, I don't want it. So I'm not going to waste my time filming a video, and I'm definitely not going to try and like just I don't get paid or anything, but just for like a free product or a product on discount, I don't want it. So why would I do that and then try and tell you guys to go buy it? So if I actually say, yeah, I recommend them, it means I actually like them. So I'm going to keep running these. I mean, maybe spoiling a surprise, but I think I'm going to buy a set of these for Letitia for Christmas or something, because I really like them. They're solid. They look good. So yeah, my concerns with originally not wanting a set, which I did tell a few people in real life, I don't think I'll be getting those. I'll stay with the ones I have. I was wrong, I'll admit it. These are nicer. These are definitely the best on the market that I've seen for us SST guys. So yeah, shout out to Redline Shift for sending these out. I'm very happy with them. I definitely recommend them and definitely will be keeping them and running these in my car. You can see I'm pretty addicted to playing with that paddle now. But yeah, so if you guys want to check out a set, they're $145 Australian, like not a bad price. Cheaper if you're in the US obviously, or anywhere else where the dollar is a little bit stronger than ours. They will ship internationally, so check them out. Link in the description and in a pinned comment. I think that's it for this video. So if you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment. We've actually just hit 10,000 subscribers. First video I've filmed since hitting that milestone. Pretty stoked, to be honest. I cannot believe that this channel is at 10,000 subscribers. That is just crazy to me. Wasn't going to mention in this video, but you know, I'm absolutely pumped about it still. Like I was very excited when it hit that milestone. So I just want to say thanks to all you guys who do watch the videos. It means a lot. The support, the messages I get, the comments, it definitely means a lot. I do appreciate it. So yeah, thanks again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.